I cannot believe it. It is our 1 year house anniversary. It feels like we've been in here forever, but at the same time it feels like we moved in yesterday. So I thought I would do a little bit of a house update video, kind of like things I wish I had done or learned or knew about before I bought my house. I know a lot of you guys have come over to my channel because you've seen my empty house tour and you're looking to buy a Persimmon homes, Lumley or Hatfield, so I thought this would be quite good for you guys if you're in the process there, just giving you a house update and things I've learned. Or if you're just a general follower and you want to see what I've done with my house, then do stay tuned because I'm going to give you an updated 1 year house tour. So into the master bedroom we go, and I thought I'd start off with this one because it's probably the one that's almost finished. So we have painted the back wall, and I've got a whole video on this on the Imperial Italia paint, and it's absolutely gorgeous, but I won't go into too much detail about that because I've got a whole video on it, guys. So for this window, I know a lot of people tend to have blinds because it's one of those funny like recesses, but we decided just to get a like cheap pole from B&Q and some like recess hooks. I don't know if you can see them in here, so you can just fit them in and have some curtains. I'm really happy that we managed to have curtains in here. So this bedroom is such a lovely space. I'm just trying to get right out here just to show you guys. That's one of the things we fell in love with, is how open and nice this bedroom is. One of the things I would say is that it's a bit awkward to put a TV in here because there's like all slanted walls and there's not really much space in the walls to hang a TV. We were thinking about going in this corner, just getting like some like drawers or something, a little stand, and putting it in there, but I'm really not sure whether we're going to put a TV in here or not. But yeah, I love it. The only other thing I'd say about this room is that I don't know if it's where our house is situated, like I think we're west facing or whatever, but I tend to find this room gets quite dark and there's not enough sunlight for my liking in here, but you know, it's still quite bright here. And I know a lot of people like to put built-in wardrobes like over this side here, but we decided we weren't going to do that. We wanted more of an open space, and we turned this cupboard into a wardrobe, and there's so much space in here. So again, we just got the poles from like B&Q or I think a Home Base maybe, and just put a long pole across the top here, and as you can tell, you can get a lot in here. And we just got like, sorry, excuse the mess, but we've got like boxes of stuff at the bottom, and you could probably even get a shelf up here because there's still a lot of space at the top, so you could put one in. But yeah, so much space for a wardrobe, this cupboard. Next up, we've got the master ensuite. It's a good size, I'm not gonna lie. Bit awkward, the gap between here if you need to get anything from there, and also you can't put a mirror in front of the sink because of the slanted like walls and ceilings, but I've got one over here and that does the trick. We're not using this one at the moment because I actually put something down it to clean it and it all got clogged up, so Adam's got to fix that. But yeah, it's a good size ensuite. Really can't complain about it.
So we were under the impression from Persimmon Homes that there was barely any loft space in the Lumley. Basically, they said you could barely get a suitcase up there. But when we actually looked, there was so much space, we were really surprised. So we got the specialised loft boarding for new builds, and I'll link them down below. So we just boarded them out so they sit above the insulation, and we managed to actually get quite a bit of storage up in a loft.
So I thought I'd just stand up here and give you a wider view of the landing cupboard. So we have put 2 shelves in, and then we've also put the poles in again that we use for our wardrobe, just to hang stuff up in here. But yeah, it's a really good space, especially if you get your like kind of like boards and stuff like that to separate the sections, because it doesn't come with anything like that. Yeah, I'm really happy with this storage. We've managed to get a lot in. Like, got Isla's snoo cot there, we've got loads of coats, and we've got bedding that will eventually go in our spare room in here at the moment, so that will open up even more space when that's in. So this is the master bathroom. We didn't bother getting a shower put because we thought we've got 2 already, so we thought I'd just keep this a bath because that's an extra. One thing I would say is that they don't tile this side of the bath, and with a toddler or young kids it's really annoying because they splash and they just get this wall wet, and I'm pretty sure the paint's going to get ruined soon. So I would definitely try and wangle getting this side of the bath tiled, see what they're going to tile and ask them if they can do it. Yeah, we still haven't got our towel rails put in. That's just another thing on our list to do. But yeah, decent sized bath. I don't know if I mentioned in my empty house tour video, I hate the floors. We picked them, they're an extra, and I thought they would go quite well with the tiles, but I just absolutely hate them. So another thing we want to do is like do the floors again, but that's just a when, because at the moment it's fine. Like they're not like the worst thing in the world, I just don't like them. So on to bedroom 2, or this would be the master in the Hatfield. Absolutely gorgeous room. I love it because we get so much light coming into this bedroom, and it's such a decent size. We're lucky to have like 2 really big rooms. Like the rooms on these house types are just so generous. But we will be turning this into a guest room. It was a bit of a playroom for Isla, but I've started to like change that up a bit. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous size. We've got, it's just a little bit of a dumping ground right now, like our suitcase for holiday, and this stuff would go under the bed once I bought a bed. And as well, this one comes with another ensuite. I prefer this ensuite to the one upstairs, mainly just to do with like it doesn't feel so tight, even though I don't think there's a lot of difference in the size. I just feel like this one is a lot more open. Yeah, so we still got a bit to do in here. I've actually got another cabinet coming, the same one I've got in the bathroom today. Because we didn't use this one much, but because I blocked the other one, we're using this more now. But yeah, absolutely great that we've got 2 ensuites. So this is bedroom number, it would be number 2 on the Hatfield or 3 on the Lumley. I've done a whole video on Isla's nursery, which I'll link down below, so I'm not going to spend too much time in here. But yeah, it's a great room. This was always going to be her nursery room, because I didn't want to have the smallest. That was always going to be the office. And yeah, it's just been great. We started to transition her toys into here, so as you can see, there's still so much space to move things about, like change a wardrobe or whatever. We're gonna change this into a toddler bed after holiday. But it's such a good like size room. Like even the smallest one, which I'll show in a second, these house types just have the most like decent sized rooms. That's why we went for them, because we wanted to get like the biggest bedrooms possible. So on to bedroom 4, or bedroom 3 in the Hatfield. This is the smallest room out of the rooms, but it's still such a decent size. Like you expect the smallest room to be like a complete and utter box room, but I think it's of such a decent size. This would probably be another nursery for us when we have another baby, but for now this is my office. I've got a really nice long IKEA desk in here. I still got so much space, and I've just got some drawers and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm so happy with this like little office room. So this is the living room. We still haven't done very much to the walls or painting or anything like that. We do want to move the like living room about in terms of putting the TV on the wall. One thing I would definitely recommend, if you haven't got to the stage where your house has done its first fix electrics or second fix, have a look to where the plugs are. Like really take into account where you want your sofas, where you want the TV to go, because our plugs are in here. But ideally we wanted to have like the sofa go across the wall, like this back wall here, especially if you wanted an L-shaped sofa, and then have the TV put on this wall here. But we are going to at some point change the electrics about and move the TV up there. I think it will give it more space if it's on the wall, and we're going to get rid of this and move our sofas about. So we'll probably have this one on the back wall and then have that one like over there. But yeah, it's something I wish we had changed. And then another thing I want to say about the living room is I do find it small. Like it's a decent size, don't get me wrong, but me and Adam both agree, like for a growing family, it's not the biggest living room in the world, which it depends what's really important to you. If you're someone that really needs a big living room, then it's something you really need to consider. But it's not bad. I mean, like, we probably have, if we didn't have this snuggle chair, we'd have quite a bit more room, I reckon. And maybe just the amount of sofas we've got takes it up. But yeah, we're going to get this done. We're going to do some more paint on the back walls and hopefully put the TV up here. But it's definitely something to consider. Have a look at where your plugs are. Really consider how you want your living room laid out. So what I do love about the Lumley is how airy and light it is. So this is the hallway, and like you can see all the way up, she's got so much good light coming out. Look at that sun. It's just so light and airy, this place. So another thing I see a lot of with a Hatfield or a Lumley home is where the thermostat is situated downstairs. So we originally had this actually behind the living room door, and I know a lot of people hate it here because they can't put stuff on the hallway like walls. But Adam's a gas engineer, and he noticed that we had thermostatic radiators in the same room we had a thermostat, which shouldn't happen. So we had them come in and move it back out because we wanted it to regulate the temperature better. So yeah, that's there. Just consider that, have a check what radiators you've got in. So come through to the hallway. So the undercovered stairs is a good enough space. We just got shoes and stuff like that in there. We haven't really done anything special in here. It's a bit of a dumping ground, to be honest. Right, one of the things that annoys me so much, and guys, you really need to look at your plans, your electric plans, how things are going to open, is because we've got 2 light switches here, and this is our bathroom door. So obviously one of these light switches is for our door. And what happens is myself for a very long time, and loads of guests do this, they go to open the door from this way. So you open the door and you're like, oh, where's the light switch? And they come out and they're like, okay, this is the light switch. No, it's not. That's not the light switch for the bathroom. And then because the door closes out onto the light switch, most people are like, where the hell's the bloody light switch? So it's really annoying. I wish they had swapped these light switches about. So the one for the bathroom is here, because once that door's open across it, it's just a pain. Like, honestly, look at how your light switches go, how the doors open onto him, because we have the same situation in our kitchen. Whereas you walk into the kitchen, you've got the door open this side, and you expect the light switches to be there, but they're not. And I still do it to this day. Year on, I still go to turn the light switches on and they're not there. So you have to come all the way round, and then having to turn on the lights from here. It's just really annoying. Like, we really want to swap either the door, so the door opens out that way, or switch the light switches over, because it's just such annoyance. Like, some of these little things will annoy the hell out of you. So we have recently just got the garden turfed. We decided we wouldn't get it turfed with Persimmon Homes when we moved in, and I really wish we had now, just because it took us a whole year to get around to getting it turfed, and I wish we had it ready for the summer last year for Isla to be able to go out and play in. I was just so desperate for her to be able to play in the garden. So it's one of those things I really wish we had done before we moved in, had it ready and everything like that. But again, it's a personal preference. For me, it was so important to get Isla out in the garden, so I kind of regret not doing that. We had the shed over there originally, and we've actually moved it over here because it's opened up the garden a bit more, but all the sun is always in that corner, so we thought, oh, if we move it over, we have it a lot more. But yeah, the garden is not that bad a size for, you know, new builds. They're notorious for having small gardens, but it's a good size. So that is the 1 year house update, guys. I can't believe it's been a whole year since we've been in the house. It seems absolutely mental, it's crazy. We still have so much to do in terms of decorating and things like that. The list is like never ending. Not only is it money, but it's also finding the time to actually do these projects. We both work, we have a toddler, so yeah, finding the time is pretty hard for us. And if you're someone like me that expects to get everything done as soon as they move in, well, you know, it takes a long time to make a house a home. I think I read somewhere that it was like takes 3 years. I mean, you're working with a blank canvas after all. And I really like the idea of being in a new build and everything being white and clean and shiny, but I've come to realise that there's no character in the house, and I really want to put our stamp in it and make it more homely. So I do have a dedicated home Instagram account, which you can go follow me on at leonieathomex. I will link that down below. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.